Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Keep your microphone.
Good morning, ma'am.
And keep your cameras on. All right. In the last class, what were we doing? I hope you remember what we were doing. Can you recap? What is paraphrasing? And what are the rules of paraphrasing? Can you tell me one rule of paraphrasing? I told you to make a copy and start writing. Will you write the question? Define paraphrasing and write the rules. Make an assignment. Write down. What is paraphrasing? Your first assignment is define paraphrasing and describe the first rule with examples. Give me 5 examples, 5 words. Original version, paraphrased version. Original version and paraphrase 5. No, this is for your assignment.
मैम फिर से रिपीट कीजिएगा.
What is paraphrasing? Explain the first rule with examples. And you have to give 5 examples. Write the original version, then the paraphrased version. Original, paraphrased, 5 synonyms. First rule with examples. 5 examples. With the original version and paraphrased version. And all of you make a copy for business English. In every lesson, will you write? Yes. In my class, daily. In my class, there will be daily homework. How do you know? I'm more strict. I am very strict. तो जितने लोग भी असाइनमेंट ज्यादा किए हैं आज वो कहीं कहीं बहुत अच्छे वेल प्लेस्ड हैं. हाँ, यहाँ मेहनत करी है उन्होंने तभी आगे बढ़े हैं, नहीं तो यूं बैठ के कुछ नहीं होना है. और आईटी के लोग and look, not only assignment, whatever you're writing, you come here and explain also. Right? Both ways, written presentation. घर पे लिख के आओगे, घर पे होमवर्क करोगे और यहाँ पर क्लास में प्रेजेंटेशन. ना ऐसा क्यों? तो जॉब चाहिए कि नहीं तुमको? तो ऐसा क्यों? All right. Okay, let us start the class. Huh? No one is waiting. कौन बोलता है? कौन बोलता है? Stand up. Stand up. अभी इसके बाद कुछ पूछेंगे आपसे. नहीं, वो अपने मन की बात बोल रहा था. So as you saw in the last class, we had done some explanation on what is paraphrasing. And paraphrasing means rewriting the statement in your own words. And what are the suggested methods? The first was you use synonyms. Keep your microphones muted. You use synonyms for your words. First rule. Second rule is you rearrange ideas. The third rule is you change from active to passive voice. Changing from active to passive. And the fourth is, which is the most interesting, you have to change the verb to a noun. Like develop is a verb, change that into development. Present is a verb, change that word to presentation, present, presentation. And from the noun to the verb, presentation to verb, improvement to improve, to restrict. So you already have come to know the four forms of paraphrasing. Now this is what I want you to write. Do not copy what is there, because if you will copy paste, I will scratch it. Do not copy anything from the internet, because once you copy, I will know you copied. So as far as possible, it should be done in your own work, in your own words. And then we saw what is done when you paraphrase. What things will you keep in mind? So when you're paraphrasing, do not copy. The first don't is a lot of do's and don'ts. So things which you should not do. Don't copy the original sentence. Don't use too many of the original words. It means the original version is this. So don't take out a lot of words from the original text. Everything should be done differently. Choose different words. Don't change the meaning. And the most important thing is don't change the meaning of the original sentence. And the last bullet you see, that is, don't leave out important information. So you have to keep this in your mind. And now we come to the process of paraphrasing. The questions can be, what are the do's and don'ts in paraphrasing? or what are the things you will keep in mind when you are paraphrasing? The second question is, what is the process of paraphrasing? What is the process of, I'm telling you the questions so that you can understand what I'm talking about. First of all, identify grammar structure and the keyword. What do you mean by keyword? What is the main word? What are the important words given in this sentence? When you read something, when you read a sentence, you think about the main words. What is the word? Write down those words. Like he said that he was indisposed and he would not come to college for another fortnight. Then what will you do? What are the important words? As he is indisposed, he would not be coming to college for a fortnight. What are the important words put over here? And so these are the keywords. Not that. So now you know the keywords and you will find the synonym. Like indisposed. He is not well. He is sick. उसमें नहीं है जो आपको बता रहे हैं. Indisposed, INDISPOSED. Indisposed means बीमार है, sick है. Fortnight का मतलब होता है period of 2 weeks. Fortnight. So because he is sick, he will not be able to come to college for 2 weeks. So first of all, identify the sentence, the structure of the sentence, and identify the keywords. Write those words down. The second is change grammar structure. Change grammar structure, change from active to passive, change, rearrange, use synonyms, change words, and change word order. Now, grammar structure. Independent and dependent clause. Yesterday we talked about independent and dependent clause. Can anybody explain in the class?
ऐसा clause जो कि dependent clause होता है जो कि independent clause में जैसे the boy is riding a bicycle on the road. The boy is riding a bicycle. ये क्या independent clause.
नहीं. I explained in the last class. You still have not understood. Did you all write that down? आपने लिखा था क्या? Did you write that down? Did you write sentences? मैंने आपको बताया था ना इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज, बताया था कि नहीं? There are two types of clauses, dependent clause and independent clause. Write down just now. Mobile रखो, start writing. Independent clause are those clause which makes complete sense, which has a subject and a verb. It means a complete sentence. Dependent clause, it does not need anything else. Complete sense. A sentence, a complete sense, independent clause. For example, she was reading. She was reading. Is the clause complete? Is it complete?
I am going to market.
Yes.
I am going to market. This is also independent.
Yes, any independent clause means which has a subject and a verb and a complete meaning.
Yes, ma'am.
Now write dependent clause. It may have a subject, it may have a verb, but it does not make complete sense. This is dependent on the main clause. The dependent clause is dependent on the independent clause. So the dependent clause, this sentences. Dependent clause can have a subject and a verb, but it is incomplete. It does not make complete sense. It needs an independent clause to complete. Now, this is the second time I'm telling you. And a dependent clause is always dependent on some more information. Example, when I went home, comma, I saw her sleeping. Now tell me which is the dependent and which is the independent clause. Huh? इसमें dependent clause कौन सा है? When I went home, जब मैं घर गई, ये complete sense है क्या? नहीं है. And I saw her leaving, सही है कि नहीं? अगर छोड़ दिया just stand alone sentence है. It means if you leave it, if you make a new sentence, I saw, if there is no comma, and you start, I saw her sleeping. This is complete. So this is a complete, this is an independent clause. And when something is missing, this is called a dependent clause. Like when I went home, it does not make sense. Now make another sentence. As soon as the teacher came inside, I know. Make one dependent and independent. As soon as the teacher came, comma. आगे तुम बनाओ. Complete this. As soon as the teacher came, what happened? मतलब हमें पता है क्या? Yep, the boys keep. यही होगा. टीचर आएगी कि शांत हो जाएगा बच्चा. सेंटेंस भी सही बनाओ. As soon as the teacher came, the children stood up. बच्चे खड़े हो गए. Started shouting. Past tense, hello. Children stood up. Children started taking out their bags. Now you show me one sentence. One dependent and one independent. Show. While mother was cooking, he told me that no, you write down. One dependent and one independent. Listen, it's like maths. You have to write a lot of things. The sooner you will start, आपको independent dependent दे रहे हैं. No. Do some written work. This will be your first test, no? No. Both of these are independent sentences. After he reached there, as soon as he came there, after he left, as soon as I called my mother, whenever I see my sister, as soon as he reached the park. No. As soon as he reached the park. No, you said two, no? Relate to. What? And क्यों लगा हुआ यहाँ पे? As soon as he reached the park, comma करो. Yes, your sentence. लिखो नहीं तो लिखो. No, that was already done. मेहनत तो तुमसे हम करवाएंगे. After it was dark, अंधेरे होने के बाद, after it was dark, I wanted to go home.
I was very happy. I worked visa and SP.
दोनों हो गया डिपेंडेंट इंडिपेंडेंट. I was very happy complete है. I want pizza वो भी complete है. ये हो गया कंपाउंड सेंटेंस. इसीलिए मैं कह रही हूँ लिखो. That is why I am telling you write down. जो बच्चे भी लिख रहे हैं वो इम्प्रूव कर रहे हैं. जो नहीं लिख रहे इम्प्रूव नहीं करेंगे. पहले ही बोल रहे हैं आपको. हाँ तुम्हारा whenever I see my sister, I start laughing. बट क्यों है? चावल दाल नहीं है. ऐसे करोगे खा लो. बिजनेस टेक्निकल इंग्लिश है. हाँ, as soon as I reached home, क्या तुम्हारा? As soon as I reached home, I saw that the food was being prepared. मैंने घर पहुंचते ही मैंने देखा कि खाना बन रहा था. तो कंप्लीट करोगे ना. As soon as I reached home, comma, I saw that food was being prepared or my mother was cooking. If you continue to talk, we will not be able to help you. Why don't you pay attention to what's happening in the class? वो हमको देखना है ना. तुम क्यों देख रहे हो? अभी हम चैट ऑफ कर देते हैं. I was tired complete है. I decided. यहाँ पे कुछ है भी कि नहीं है? तब तो यही तो दिख रहा है. मतलब तुमने अच्छी तरह समझ लिया है कंपाउंड सेंटेंस. तुम बार बार कंपाउंड सेंटेंस बना रहे हो. मतलब वो तुम समझ गए. आप लिखो, हम लिखवा रहे हैं आपको. लिखो. काट क्यों दी? ऊपर में लिख दो कंपाउंड सेंटेंस. If you will not study, ये सब लिखो. हाँ सब लिखो, सबके लिए. If you will not study, comma, you will not be successful. These are, if you will not study हो गया dependent. ठीक है, इसको लाइन अंडरलाइन कर दो एंड लिख दो दिस इज डी डिपेंडेंट. ठीक है. The next part, underline it and independent. As soon as, right, the next one, as soon as As soon as the children came, comma, they were offered food. They were offered food. Now the first part, as soon as the children came, is a dependent clause. And the next part is independent. While my mother was helping my sister, comma, my father was helping me. So the first part before the comma is dependent clause, and the next part is independent. Now did you understand? Yes, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Why don't you have a haircut? Did you understand? So the dependent clause is incomplete, which needs something else to complete. It is an assistant, like the assistant and the manager, always dependent on the manager. Coordinating and subordinating, and these are subordinating on. That is why you all are weak. And now I understand how you have studied. And this is the reason for your being so weak. Yes. What yes, ma'am? And in the next class, you will have some presentation, some speech competition. So today we discussed dependent and independent clause, and you made some sentences. Now this is not enough. Hello. Just sit down. This is not enough. I made you write some sentences. You should do it independently. Why do you need me all the time? अब समझ में आ गया ना? I gave you some example. Did you understand? Yes, I understood. तुमने नहीं बनाया, सुनाया नहीं.